Hello everyone, and welcome back to our series on ECDIS best practices. Today, we're tackling a crucial topic that every navigator must master: keeping a safe distance. This isn't just about avoiding a collision. It's about maintaining a comprehensive safety buffer around your vessel at all times. So, what exactly is a safe distance on ECDIS? Think of it as your ship's personal safety bubble. It's the minimum clearance you need from navigational hazards, shorelines, man-made structures, and shallow waters to ensure a safe passage. Properly defining and applying these distances is fundamental to preventing groundings and other serious incidents. Let's start with one of the most basic types: safe distance from a coast or shoreline. The primary purpose here is to prevent grounding. Imagine you're sailing along a coastline. Unexpected currents, strong winds, or even a technical issue could cause your vessel to drift or be set towards the land. Having a predefined safe distance gives you the time and space needed to detect this deviation, assess the situation, and take corrective action before you're in any real danger. Without this buffer, a simple drift could quickly turn into a critical emergency. This distance isn't a random number. It's a carefully considered value based on your vessel's characteristics, the prevailing weather conditions, and the nature of the coastline. Now let's move from land-based hazards to other vessels. This is where CPA and TCPA come into play. CPA stands for closest point of approach, and TCPA is time to closest point of approach. These are your bread and butter for collision avoidance. Your ECDIS, integrated with our PA and AIS, constantly calculates these values for targets around you. By setting your own safe CPA and TCPA limits, you're retelling the system, "Alert me if any vessel is predicted to come closer than this distance or within this time frame." This is a direct application of the COL regs, particularly Rule 7, Risk of Collision, and Rule 8, Action to Avoid Collision. Your company's safety management system will specify minimum CPA and TCPA values, but as the officer of the watch, you must always be prepared to adjust them based on traffic density, visibility, and your vessel's maneuverability. For example, in open waters, you might set a CPA of 2 nautical miles, but in a busy traffic lane, you might have to accept a smaller CPA, which demands heightened vigilance and readiness to maneuver. These settings transform your ECDIS from a passive map into an active anti-collision guardian. Beyond coastlines and other ships, the maritime world is filled with stationary structures we must safely navigate around. These include everything from navigational buoys and lighthouses to massive oil rigs, offshore wind farms, and subsea infrastructure like cables and pipelines. Each of these requires its own specific safe passing distance. For a simple buoy, the distance might be relatively small, just enough to account for your turning circle and any potential drift. But for a sprawling wind farm or a sensitive pipeline area, the required clearance will be much larger. These distances are often mandated by local regulations or specified on the nautical charts themselves. Your passage plan must explicitly account for these, marking out no-go areas and ensuring your route keeps you well clear. Ignoring a charted pipeline area, for example, could lead to a catastrophic incident with severe environmental and financial consequences. So always check your charts and publications for information on these structures and apply a generous safety margin. Another critical area where safe distance is paramount is within traffic separation schemes, or TSS. These are the highways of the sea, established by the International Maritime Organization to manage vessel traffic in congested areas. A TSS consists of traffic lanes, a separation zone or line between them, and inshore traffic zones. When navigating in a TSS, you're not just keeping a distance from other ships. You're also required to maintain a safe distance from the boundaries of the lane and the separation zone itself. You must stay within your designated lane and avoid entering the separation zone, except for specific reasons like crossing the scheme or avoiding immediate danger. Straying from the lane or cutting across the separation zone is a violation of COL regs Rule 10 and can result in hefty fines and dangerous close quarters situations. Your ECDIS route should be planned to lie well within the traffic lane, providing a buffer on either side. This ensures that minor course deviations don't accidentally lead to a violation of the routing scheme. Finally, let's talk about the unique demands of port maneuvering. As you approach a port for berthing, anchoring, or picking up a pilot, the concept of safe distance becomes much more dynamic and requires extreme precision. The wide-open buffers of the open ocean are gone, replaced by narrow channels, breakwaters, and stationary vessels. Here, safe distances are measured in meters, not miles. You need to maintain a safe distance from the berth as you approach, from the anchor positions of other vessels in the anchorage area, and from the pilot boat as it comes alongside. These maneuvers are often conducted at very low speeds, where the vessel's response to rudder and engine commands can be sluggish. Factors like wind and current have a much greater effect. The passage plan for this final phase of the voyage is incredibly detailed, often involving specific reference points and minimum clearances for every turn and maneuver. This is where a navigator's skill and experience truly shine, using all available tools, including ECDIS, to execute the plan safely. So, how do we translate these concepts into a practical policy? Your company will have a safe navigation policy that provides clear guidelines. Let's look at a common example of a tiered safe distance policy. For an ocean passage, far from land and major shipping routes, a recommended safe distance from the coast might be between 6 and 12 nautical miles. This gives you a massive safety buffer. As you move into coastal navigation, where you're closer to shore and traffic is denser, that distance shrinks. A typical policy might recommend 3 to 6 nautical miles. This still provides ample time to react, but acknowledges the operational need to be closer to land. When you enter pilotage waters or restricted channels, the game changes completely. Here, the recommended distance might be between half a nautical mile and 1.5 nautical miles. Precision is key, and your attention must be absolute. Finally, in very confined waterways, like a narrow river or a tight harbor entrance, you might be working with clearances of just 0.2 to 0.5 nautical miles, or a few hundred meters. At this stage, every decision is critical, and there is virtually no room for error. This tiered approach ensures that the level of safety is always appropriate for the navigational environment. It's not about a single number, it's about a safety philosophy that adapts to your surroundings. Implementing this on your ECDIS is straightforward but requires diligence. The primary tool is the Safety Corridor or Cross-Track Distance (XTD) settings for your route. By setting an appropriate XTD for each leg of your voyage based on your company's policy, you create a virtual lane on the ECDIS display. If your vessel deviates outside this lane, an alarm will sound, immediately alerting you to the situation. You can, and should, adjust the XTD for different legs of the passage. For the ocean leg, a wide corridor of 1 or 2 nautical miles might be appropriate. For the coastal leg, you'd tighten it to perhaps half a mile. And for the final approach, it might be as narrow as 1/10 of a mile. This proactive use of the XTD alarm is a fundamental part of monitoring your vessel's progress and ensuring you are always adhering to the planned safe distances. It's your automated lookout, constantly checking that you're staying on track and within your safety bubble. Remember, setting these parameters during the passage planning stage is one of the most important steps you can take to ensure a safe voyage. In summary, keeping a safe distance is a multifaceted and dynamic responsibility. It's not just one setting on your ECDIS, it's a constant process of planning, monitoring, and adapting. It involves maintaining clearance from coastlines to prevent grounding using CPA and TCP8, to avoid collisions, giving a wide berth to structures like rigs and pipelines, adhering strictly to the lanes in ATSS, and executing precise maneuvers in port. By understanding the different types of safe distances and implementing a clear, tiered policy using the tools on your ECDIS, you build multiple layers of safety into your navigation. This proactive approach is the hallmark of a professional and competent navigator. Always remember that the ECDIS is a powerful tool, but it's your judgment and diligence that ultimately keep the vessel, its crew, and the environment safe. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content, and hit that notification bell. Stay safe out there, and see you in the next video.